Hi, my name is Ben and I'm a physical therapist here at Total Physical Therapy in Amarillo, and today we are going to be talking about unilateral peripheral vestibular dysfunction. If you are having dizziness, visual gaze disturbances, or balance issues, you may have a problem with your vestibular system. This is a very common issue as over 7 million people a year go into a doctor complaining of dizziness. If you are having a vestibular dysfunction, no doubt it is leading to your inability to be able to carry out all of the activities that are required of you throughout the day. There are two main places where the vestibular issues can happen in our body. They can happen centrally in our brain, and they can also happen peripherally, which are the vestibular components in our ear. And if you want to know more about the vestibular system, you can watch a previous video that we talked about the components of the vestibular system. There are a variety of diagnoses that can fit under the umbrella of unilateral peripheral vestibular dysfunction. One being benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, which I've created a previous video about. If you have this condition or think you may have this condition, go watch that video and find out if you do. The second one would be vestibular neuritis. Then we have Unilateral Meniere's disease and perilymphatic fistulas. Treatments for unilateral peripheral vestibular dysfunction can include medications, surgeries, and vestibular rehab. Medications can play a vital role in symptom suppression, or being able to help you feel under control with your symptoms, or in specific instances, reducing inflammation on maybe something that is putting pressure on a vestibular component. Surgery has been seen as a last resort for most of these conditions, outside of its important role in things like perilymphatic fistulas or with acoustic neuromas. Vestibular rehab has strong to moderate evidence in improving the condition of people that have unilateral peripheral vestibular dysfunction. It can improve things like dizziness, your gait, your postural control, your balance, visual disturbances, and also improve your ability to do activities throughout the day and improve your quality of life. There are a variety of different types of exercises that we think about when we think about vestibular rehab. The first one would be habituation exercises or compensatory exercises. The main idea of this one is that there are certain movements that will elicit your symptoms or make you feel dizzy. What we are trying to do with habituation is we are trying to make you go through those movements to make you feel dizzy, then relax for a period of time for you to become not dizzy again, and then do that activity again to make you dizzy. By doing this over and over again for a period of time, our goal is to reduce your response to, or reduce your dizziness response to that movement. And so habituation is a way for us to be able to build tolerance to your ability to do certain movements. The second type of exercises that we can look at are adaptation exercises, which is basically our ability to be able to build up our communication between our vestibular system and our visual system. Now remember, in a previous video we talked about there are three main systems that help with our balance. We have the visual system, we have the vestibular system, and we have the somatosensory system. Now, for those of you that don't remember what the somatosensory system is, that's our ability to be able to feel where my body is. If I put my hand out here like this, I know my hand is in a down position, not because that I see that it's there, but because I have this innate feeling in my arm, which is called somatosensory, that my hand is in this down position. If I move my hand up, then I can feel that it changes positions. And so these three systems talk together, and adaptation exercises is a way for us to be able to build the connection or be able to build the way that they interact together between the visual and the vestibular system. By moving our head and our hand, we can be building up that connection by doing a variety of different movements in a variety of postural conditions. Substitution exercises is our ability to be able to recognize that our vestibular system is dysfunctional. And because our vestibular system is dysfunctional, what substitution aims to do is build up our connection between our visual and our somatosensory systems. By making these two systems stronger, it will make up for the lack of the vestibular system. So there are a variety of types of exercises that we can do to build that connection up between those two. And of course, in most vestibular rehab programs, we will be having a variety of balance exercises, whether that be fall recovery or postural postural control exercises. These are a vital role in our vestibular rehab program as we are working with those other types of exercises we have talked about before. Last but not least, if you are experiencing a condition known as benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, there is another set of exercises that we can talk about, which are basically repositioning maneuvers. Now, these maneuvers are specific to this condition, and so as I said previously, if you think you may have this condition, go watch the video that we put about BPPV, and if you think you may have this, come in and see us. That way we can show you what are the appropriate repositioning maneuvers that you can do for your specific type of benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. Now, the question becomes, well, how much of each of these exercises do I do? The problem is that the research isn't entirely clear how much we do, because all the different articles that have been written all have different amounts or different dosages of the exercises, and because they're heterogeneous, we're unable to be able to figure out how much each specific person should do. General rule of thumb, though, is that if you are doing an exercise and you feel dizzy, you should stop and wait for the dizziness to go away. Your goal is to pay attention to how long it takes for your dizziness to resolve, or how long it takes for it to go away. As you are doing the exercises, you will pay attention to how long that dizziness goes away. And if you start noticing between the different sets of those exercises that it's starting to take a little bit longer for you to start feeling better, you should stop those exercises for the day and continue again the next day. We don't want your system to get so sensitive that you are unable to do much else the rest of the day. I hope you guys found this video beneficial. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you guys have any comments or questions, leave those down in the comment section below. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day.